Good morning, my dear children. Today we will start the last chapter of your Term 1 examination, Our Changing Earth. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as the lithospheric plates. You will be surprised to know that these plates move around very slowly, just a few millimeters each year. This is because of the movement of the molten magma inside the earth. The molten magma inside the earth moves in a circular manner as shown in the activity. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the earth. The earth movements are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. The forces which act in the interior of the earth are called endogenic. So from inside it is doing, so it is known as endogenic, and which is from outside, the forces that work on the surface of the earth are called exogenic, that is from outside. You can see the earth movement. Endogenic are sudden forces, diastrophic forces, earthquake, building mountains, volcanoes, landslides. Whereas exogenic it causes erosional and depositional, river, wind, sea, glaciers. So this is the evolution of the landforms because of the earth movement. Endogenic forces sometimes produce sudden movements and at the other times produce slow movements. Sudden movements like earthquake and volcanoes cause mass destruction over the surface of the earth. So obviously we all know that if earthquake takes place, then huge number of people die, and there is like lot of destruction to the material also, right? The activity which they were talking about was take a small colored paper palette and put it in a beaker half filled with water. You can see it in the picture also. Place the beaker on a tripod stand and heat it. As the water warms up, you will observe that the paper palette is moving upwards along with the warm layers of water. So you can see that it is moving upwards because of the force, along with the warm layers of water, and then sinks back along with the cooler layer of water. So it moves up and then again sinks back. The molten magma inside the earth moves in a similar manner. So in this way you can understand that this is the same way the molten magma which is inside the earth, it also moves. Lithospheric plate. The earth's crust consists of several large and some small, rigid, irregularly shaped plates which carry continents and the ocean floors. Now it is the picture of a volcano. A volcano is a vent which you can see the opening is there in the earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. Similarly, when the lithospheric plates move, the surface of the earth vibrate. The vibrations can travel all around the earth. These vibrations are called earthquakes. The places in the crust where the movement starts is called the focus. So from where the movement begins, that place is known as focus. The place on the surface above the focus, just above the focus, it is the epicenter. Vibrations travel upwards from the epicenter as waves. Greatest damage is usually caused to the epicenter, and the strength of the earthquake decreases away from the center. So you can see it in the diagram here, which the greatest damage which is caused when earthquake takes place is at the epicenter. Now take a container, let's see the activity. Fill it with water and close it with a lid. Put the water to boil. Now put some peas, spoon and beads on the top of the lid. What do you notice? As the water boils, the lid begins to shake. This you must have seen when you make tea or something. Then also when you cover the pot with a cover, then after when the water starts boiling, that lid starts moving up. The thing which you have put on the lid also vibrate. The beads roll down and the spoon vibrate to make a sound. In the same manner, the earth vibrates when an earthquake occurs. Do you know there are three types of earthquake waves? P waves or longitudinal waves, S waves or transverse waves, and I waves or surface waves. L waves or surface waves. Try to find out the properties of these waves from an encyclopedia. Let's continue. Although earthquake cannot be predicted, the impact can certainly be minimized if we are prepared beforehand. Therefore, you must have seen that places which are earthquake prone, there the houses, they usually make the houses of wood so that the loss can be minimized. And if there is a warning, people come out of the house. So that these things are done to save life. Some common earthquake prediction method adopted locally by people include studying animal behavior. Fish in the pond get agitated, snakes come to the surface. So this is something which, because animal, they get to know first. So these, if there is a change in the behavior, people can predict that earthquake is going to take place. Destruction caused by an earthquake in Gujarat. It was a massive earthquake, and it was see, it is here. Earthquake hits Bhuj. A massive earthquake measuring 7.9 Richter scale hit Bhuj town on 26 January 2001. The school worst affected. At least 970 students and 31 teachers were feared to have lost their lives following the collapse of school building. Bhuj relief effort blighted. 3 days after the quake, concern rose about food, blankets, and medical supplies not reaching everyone. Destruction of Bhuj. Phone lines, water pipelines, and power stations transmissions were knocked out. So obviously the scenario was very bad, and we are talking about 2001. So if you are not aware, you can ask your parents, they will be able to tell you about this destruction. An earthquake is measured with a machine called seismograph. The magnitude of the earthquake is measured on the Richter scale. So the measurement which we get is on the Richter scale, and the instrument which is used is seismograph. An earthquake of 2 or less than can be felt only a little. An earthquake over 5 can cause damage from things falling. A 6 or higher magnitude is considered very strong, and 7 is classified as major earthquake. Read the earthquake, a case study given on in the form of the headlines that appeared in the newspaper after the quake. So you can see this is there, and what you have to do, you have to arrange them events in the right sequence of their happening. Imagine a quake suddenly shook in the middle of the school day. Where would you go for safety? So if few years back there was a earthquake, but then as Lucknow is not very prone, so little bit of effect was felt, and students were sent back home a little early than the school got over. Earthquake preparedness. Where to take shelter during an earthquake. Safe spot. Under a kitchen counter, table or desk, against an inside corner or wall. So this is a place where people can sit to save themselves. Stay away from fireplaces, areas around chimneys, windows that shutter, including mirrors and picture frames. Be prepared. Spread awareness amongst your friends and family members, and face any disaster confidently. And if you are staying in a apartment or a flats, you should get down and to save yourself. Major landforms. The landscape is being continuously worn away by two processes, weathering and erosion. Weathering is the breaking up of rocks on Earth's surface, where erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agents. So weathering, it is breaking down of the rock, and erosion when due to certain agents like water, wind, or ice, it takes away the first layer. Is the wearing away. The eroded material is carried away or transported by water, wind, etc., and eventually deposited. This process of erosion and deposition create different landforms on the surface of the earth. So even this process of erosion, and when obviously it is taken away, so it has to be kept somewhere. So where it is deposited, that gives a different landforms on the surface of the earth. Walk of a river. The running water in the river erodes the landscape. When the river tumbles at a steep angle over very hard rock or down a steep valley side, it forms a waterfall. So this, you can see it in the picture. As a river enters the plain, it twists and turns, forming large bends known as meanders. Due to continuous erosion and deposition along the sides of meanders, the end of meander loop come closer and closer. In due course of time, the meander loop cuts off from the river and forms a cut-off lake, also called Oxbow Lake. At times, the river overflows its bank. This leads to flooding of the neighboring areas. As floods, it deposits layers of fine soil and other minerals called sediments along its banks. This leads to the formation of flat, fertile floodplain. So when there is a flood, like when the river, water increases its level, and then if flood is causes flood, and or the deposition of the fine soil which is along with the water, and the water moves away after some time, but then that sediments remains there at the bank, and then the floodplains are formed. So the raised banks are called levees. As the river approaches the sea, the speed of the flowing water decreases and the river begins to break up into number of streams called distributaries. The river becomes so slow that it begins to deposit its load. Each distributary forms its own mouth. The collection of sediments from all mouths forms a delta, which you can see it in the picture how the delta has been formed. Work of sea waves. The erosion and deposition of the sea waves gives rise to coastal landforms. Sea waves continuously strike at the rock. Cracks develop. Over time, they become larger and wide. Thus, hollow-like caves are formed on the rock. They are called sea caves. So you can see what happens that there are big rocks, and the sea waves they continuously hit those rocks. So gradually the cracks develop, and after some time what happens, these cracks widen up, so maybe the caves are formed. These are known as sea caves. As these cavities become bigger and bigger, only the roof of the cave remains, thus forming sea arches. So when this initially a cave is formed, but then with force of water and over time this mouth widens up, so only the roof is left, and that is known as sea arches. Further, erosion breaks the roof, only walls are left. These walls-like features are called stacks. So after that, even like those roof is also not there, only the walls are left. They are known as stacks. The steep rocky coast rising almost vertically above the sea water is called sea cliff. The sea waves deposit sediments along the shores, forming the beaches. So the beaches are formed when when the sea deposits its sediments. Work of ice. Glaciers are river of ice, which too erode the landscape by bulldozing soil and stone to expose the solid rock below. Glaciers carve out deep hollows there. As the ice melts, they get filled up with water and become beautiful lakes in the mountains. The material carried by the glacier, such as rocks, big and small, sand and silt, gets deposited. These deposits form glacial moraines. So, as the ice which melts up, it fills the water, and it becomes like sometimes when the ice melts, it becomes a lake, and it looks very beautiful because it is surrounded by the mountains. The material carried by the glacier, such as rock, big and small, sand and silt, they get deposited. So these are known as the glacier moraines. Work of wind. Have you ever visited a desert? Try to collect some pictures of sand dunes. An active agent of erosion and deposition in the desert is wind. In desert, you can see rocks in the shape of mushroom, commonly called mushroom rocks. Winds erode the lower section of the rock more than the upper part. Therefore, such rocks have narrower base and wider top, because the wind is eroding the lower section more in comparison to the upper one. So obviously the lower section will become narrow and the upper section will be wide. When the wind blows, it lifts and transports sand from one place to another. When it stops blowing, The sand falls and gets deposited in low hills like structures. These are called sand dunes. When the grains of sand are very fine and light, the wind can carry it over very long distances. When such sand is deposited in large areas, it is called loess. Large deposits of loess is found in China. So this can be seen in China. Question answers and exercises I have sent you children. You can do it in the notebooks. Thank you children. Take care of yourselves.